Today we have a Red Max EBZ8500 on the table. Unlike a lot of the stuff that I get, it works. But the problem is, it only runs if it has about 3/4 of a tank or more, and then once it gets to that point, it shuts down. As you can tell, it's almost at 3/4 now. So, I think I have a pretty good idea. Let me explain what I think it is. So, I'm assuming it's one of two things. One, this appears to be a newer line. It's either the line is too long, or the weight, or the filter, really, is had fallen off and just chilling in the bottom of the tank. Interesting note, see this H? Almost everything mechanical, at least on this, is basically interchangeable with a Husqvarna. I forget the numbers, but it's the big one. I had replaced I think it was the top end, and it was the exact same part. Even, in fact, I'm sure if you were to look at this right now, it would have a big H on it. So, if you ever find one of those big Husqvarnas, it's the exact same thing, more or less. But anyway, so let's open up the gas tank. Let's see if we can find something that's obvious. I think I see the problem already. I think the line fell, or the weight fell off. Let me grab some tools. So I have a pick with like a curve on it. Let's see what we have. Don't need this anymore. I thought I was going to need that, but I probably won't have to now. Okay. It is definitely gooey. It smells bad too. So, this is the fuel line. And look. Nothing. I think I see it. Let me get a pair of pliers. Make sure they're not too dirty. So you're whipping fuel around the entire time, of course. Yeah, that's definitely it. There. Let me fish that out and I'll be right back. There's a variety of tools and Garage Dog's help. Finally got it out. So I don't think this is the right one, so I'm going to put in that one. But I also noticed this. That's exceptionally long. I mean, just going around a corner, it's already like, I think I'm going to cut it down to maybe like right here. Okay, well, apparently when I took this one out, I broke it because I just stabbed it to take it out. But I put another one on. Except this time I made sure to put the line all the way down. I think that might have been the problem. And I cut off that much. So now it should rest probably like around here. Now, let's go ahead and put it back in. Do a double check. Looks like it's good. Okay. To put the cap on, you just shove this in like that. It's pretty simple. Okay, and that's it. New filter. Like I said, either that or it could just be too long or the wrong type, because if they're not a weighted filter, then it's not going to do anything. So keep that in mind when you do these. The 2-cycle, granted, I don't think I've ever seen one that isn't a weighted filter that you would find in these types, or that you can even buy. But if for any reason the weight falls off or you still want to use it, don't. It will not work. Okay, so primer bulb is down here, filling up pretty nicely. Give it a pull and see what happens. Okay, so like I said, I have heard this run. I know it does run, so I'm not expecting it to be a surprise if it does. But something else I did notice is that it seemed to be a little boggy. Obviously this has been worked on before. So on the top of the carburetor over here, there is a screw. It helps the bogginess. Sometimes there's a screw down here. And you know what, I'll just take you over here. Okay, well, I guess I lied. There is not the adjustment screw on this one. Which is odd. Must be a completely fixed system. But there's usually a screw on top, and sometimes there's a screw in the center. But, you know, it runs, so I'm not going to be too concerned over it. Looks like that is choke. We are going to prime. I also had to replace the connections for the kill, because apparently it fell off and broke. So, let's see what we have here. Oh. Hit my elbow on that. Let's turn it up a little bit. Everything's falling off on the floor now. Maybe there is one. It's like a whole bunch of crap in here. Hard to tell. Almost always is one though. You know what I think we'll do? We don't use carb cleaner because that'd be bad, but we can use a drop of 2-cycle fuel. Take the plunger back out of this. So I just can't clean it. this and blow it out. Let's see if that helped at all. Not one bit. Oh wait, I know why. There's a cap in here. Let me show you. So this is the area I'm talking about. The reason why I can't see it is because there's dirt and there's a white cap in there. So I'm going to take a pick that out, and then turn it back on and we'll adjust it. Okay, so like I said, this is not the main. You really need to adjust the main. On this one, the only real way is to take like they carve apart and then drill out the jet. It's a little sketchy, but it's the only real way of doing it. I had to do that on mine, so I have this exact same one. Because for whatever reason, you can't find the adjustables very easily anymore. This cap is never easy to take out either. It's on its way to coming out, but not quite there yet. Oh, no, it just went back in. Sometimes you have to take it out in pieces. Hopefully this is not one of those times. Well, you don't need to see me struggle to do this. I'll be right back. Yeah, that's right. As soon as I turn you off, it came right out. So, let's put all the wiring stuff away. And the screwdriver. And the only thing that we need now is my little adjustment screwdrivers. These are nice, they're pretty small. Except kind of brittle. Downfall. Anyway. Let's try the choke. Good thing is, kill switch works. It just seems very wobbly. I might check the spark arrestor too, but let's do another little turn. Let's see what happens. Every time I move it, I only move it a quarter of a turn. It's usually the general amount. I'm gonna wait for this FedEx truck to leave so you can hear me. Okay, so now that's done. So yeah, works good. I didn't show the wiring because it's not that hard to put two connectors together. So I think it's good to go. If you do adjust the carb, make sure to use the right screwdrivers. Get like a really small flatheads, otherwise you might gall it and just cause up more problems than anything else. But these types seem to do that anyway. But other than that, it runs good. It stops. And if your leaf blower, pretty much any other 2-cycle equipment is only running at a full tank or 3/4 tank at the least, it's probably the fill filter / weight fell off, or it could be, if it's been recently worked on, the person just put way too long of a fuel line on there, and it's just causing the fuel line to push the filter up into the top of the tank. Fuel line on this is pretty easy. You don't really have to worry too much because it's not necessarily leaf blowing upside down. On weed eaters, they're a little bit more finicky because you want it to, sometimes people put them on the side, some people put them on the edge, so those are a little rough, but for the most part, this just needs to sit right down here, and that's where it is now. Okay, well, this is how you fix a 2-cycle that only runs on a full tank. If you have any questions, likes, comments below, or questions, definitely like. I will see everyone later, and definitely put a thumbs up. That helps me a lot. Bye.